Tonight on Gotham, one double cross, another double cross, and Ra's al Ghul is back. Come on with us.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Yes! It's still Beyonce week in Joelle's world.
Is it never not Beyonce week in Joelle's world?
Last week it was Cardi B week.
Okay.
Last week was Cardi B week.
You know, sometimes it changes up. Guys,
We're just talking about what week it is for Joelle. Hello, everyone, and welcome to AFTERBUZZ TV's coverage of Gotham. I'm Steve Kaufmann, your host. I'm here with Zack Peters, Joelle Monique, and Karla Beltran. We are here to talk about it, all the things.
All the things.
How we feeling about this episode? A lot. It
So
went
much
down.
happened.
It was another
So
good
much
one.
happened.
Poison Ivy still has not returned, and I'm so
Thank you,
happy
Jesus.
about it.
So
That's
happy.
a really good thing.
And we don't see her in any upcoming previews, so
None
I'm
of
hoping
them.
she's gone for good.
Bye, Poison Ivy. We're really done with you.
Okay,
Maybe
you
get
want her
a nice
gone
wrap-up.
forever, not shelved
Look,
like
if we
they
get
do
one
everything.
wrap-up episode before the series concludes, I'm okay with that. But that's really all I need from that girl.
I don't even
Yeah.
think we need her because for some time we kind of believed that she was going to be the big bad villain of the season.
Sure did.
And now that we have Raj back, we have the new Joker as we believe, and Barbara has like a whole gang now. So I don't think there's a
Nigma's
reason
back
for
in
her
like
to.
full
No, we don't
form.
need her back.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Also, recasting her twice kind of shows how important she was as a long-standing character to Gotham.
Yeah.
That makes sense. We could never see her again. We could see her again, but as like a fourth incarnation.
Yeah.
Boo! Just let it be done.
Yeah.
Let it be done. Real
Well,
quick.
let her
it's Gotham.
go.
They'll do what they want to
Look,
do.
unless you're gonna
go.
bring me like
Let it
who's my
go.
dream girl? Guys from Mad Men. She's the red.
Christina Hendricks?
Yes, if they bring Christina Hendricks and
Oh,
green
that is
skin
not
in,
gonna
I'm
happen.
here for it.
That
Look,
would
Christina does not have a lot of jobs on the books right now,
happen.
and I would like her to play Poison Ivy.
That
This is the way
would
I
not
will accept her back. Okay.
She's on Good Girls.
They might.
She
be able to
doesn't
send it
have
to you
a
right
lot
now.
booked right
But
now.
is she
okay?
really a good
Okay.
girl?
I think Joelle is.
hope
I think
not.
Joelle is
Joelle
speaking
wants her to
the,
play a bad girl.
I think
do.
Joelle is speaking to the renewability of good girls. But this is not the forum.
For that conversation.
Not the show we're
It's
breaking
not.
down
This
tonight.
is not TV news,
Yeah.
where we would love to talk about the cancel bear. Let's get into Ed and Lee. The love story we all should have seen coming.
I love
I mean,
it.
Carla, yeah, I was gonna say,
I'm
pop
all
all
about
it.
it. And I'm normally I definitely love Lee and Gordon together, but I love that Lee, Ed, and Enigma kind of. I guess it's like a relationship of two people, but three people at the same time, and I love it.
It's a very
here for
twisted
it.
three-way.
It really is, but I think it's awesome, and I think Lee is the bad guy that did I say Ed or did I say Lee?
You said
Lee.
Okay, I think Ed is the bad guy that Lee needs for her to really bring out her her inner badness, and I love it. I loved her outfit today. I loved her hair.
Steven's
I
clearly got
love
a
her.
counter.
No, I don't have a counter. I just think that. Does anyone else side on the thought that Lee is taking advantage of him?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Okay, we're just good with that. All right,
Yeah.
That's where my thought was.
But, okay, so look, I was very anti this relationship last week. I was like, look, it's weirding me out. I don't understand it. Lee has standards. She's dated a lot. But then I did concede that Lee has gone through her share of bad/edgy boys. She liked the rogue cop in Jim. She dated the mafia son's boss. You know, this is not a completely outlandish relationship for her. And this week I got it. I understood. I was like, oh, first of all, Ed's a tortured soul. We're dealing with literally an Ed and a Riddler this week, which is really exciting. But on top of that, at the end of this entire episode, we learned that both Ed and Riddler are in love with Lee. You got two loves for the price of one. I get that, Lee. Get it, girl.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And but
Okay, why don't you like it, Zach?
I can see how she may have a deep appreciation for the character of Ed/Enigma because there's this conflict, and I get what you're saying about her being attracted to that type. I just don't think, I think it's gross.
You think it's gross? Is it
I
gross
think-
because Ed kind of was sniveling and did not have a lot of confidence to begin with, and you're still basing it off of that Ed?
Yes, and I feel like she needs somebody, going off of her previous dating history, I feel like she just needs somebody that's kind of strong and can one-up her, and I feel like she's one-up over Ed.
I'm going to digress to that because I think that all of her previous relationships have been a lot about the other person's control over her.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that can
But-
be sexy,
And now
but I
that-
don't feel like that's what she
It's
needs.
sexy right
Now-
now of her to be like in control.
Yeah, she's definitely leading this
Yeah,
relationship.
she is.
Also, how hot is it that he's like, you know what? You don't have to love me right now. I know you're gonna love me. I was like, oh, Ed,
Yeah.
look at this confidence just radiating off of you. I feel like this, unfortunately, might be a good relationship for her now. I feel weird about it too. It weirds me out.
It's a
feel-
weird
I want
relationship,
Lee to
but-
have like all the money and be safe and like
Yeah.
protected, and I would prefer her to be with somebody who's like at the very least chaotic good. But you know what?
Yeah.
Right now she's rocking this bad girl look. Her costumes have been really great. I'm gonna let this ride for a little bit. I'm interested to see where it goes. How long does Lee remain bad? Because to me, at the end when she's like, "Don't worry about this, I'm gonna go talk to Jim," I was like, "Is this betrayal part number 3? Is this what we're seeing here?" I don't know. I don't trust it.
I don't think she's going to betray him. I think the reason why I like the relationship is because it brings me back to like when Ed and Lise first started working together, and when she was rooting for him for like the girl that he was in love with, Mrs. Crinkle. So I was like, I don't know, it's just that relationship that they had. They like actually built a friendship before, and then he like went bad, and now she went bad, and now they both can be bad together.
The ship happened. I was about to be like, can we ship them? And I'm like, I'm pretty,
Yeah, they're
That sailed.
pretty sure
they're
that ship
shipped.
sailed.
It's on the water.
They Robin Banks though.
They
Or
are.
They Robin Hoodin. Robin Hooding.
Yeah, that part.
Hooding. Yeah.
Bonnie and Clyding.
Yeah. Like,
Yes.
but they're like,
There you go.
but they're robbing from criminals according to
Yeah.
them, and that they're just like,
Well, and more interesting, they burned all the deeds to the lower. That means it's free and open now. They can go through and just purge. They stole all the money, so they have the cash. They can now buy the Narrows. That's kind of awesome. That's a dope political move that we haven't seen in a while. And I did say last week that I'm hoping we get more into politics. It looks like we're swinging that way. I'm very excited about it.
so that we think that Lee is going to be, the way we ended, it's probably not going to be quite as simple. But Lee could be a legitimate business person who buys up all the property in the Narrows.
Possibly.
I mean, Gotham legitimate, yeah.
Like Gotham legit, like
Yeah, like Barbara owning her club and Penguin has his club.
that she
Like, yeah.
she could straight up own the Narrows.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that she can own the Narrows. Ed can run the Underworld, and then at some point she's gonna turn good and like be a doctor in a
Next
hospital.
season. Next season. Not anytime soon.
I hope
goodbye.
she stays as bad.
Yeah,
as
she's
what
gonna-
she can.
My
Yeah.
guess is this large fire is going to bring out a lot of emotions for her because she has taken the Hippocratic Oath. She is here to help people, presumably. She even took over the Narrows to help people. Don't give me that face. That's why she went to the Narrows in the first place, okay? She's an underground doctor, then they chose her as leader, and now she's doing what she can to lead the people. I feel like the fires are going to bring out a different side of her, and maybe that will, if not the thing that turns her, it'll at least adjust her perspective.
Yeah. I agree with you.
All right. I'll lead it to one question though. Do we think eventually Ed leaves for Riddler? Do we think that's the Ed and Riddler are the same person? Do we think that Ed leaves for Penguin? Because that seems forever.
Wait. Are you saying that
Enigma.
Yeah.
Ed takes back over his
Yeah.
body and then
Once
leaves
he
and goes to
realized,
Penguin?
once Lee goes good and he realizes that
He's still
she's
bad.
yeah, he's
He's-
still
Yeah.
bad, and
He's gonna
she's
come
not
back.
going to take him where Penguin can take him. He's going to jump ship and go
Yeah.
back to
Penguin.
OG Bay.
He even said at the end, he's like, "Look, all is forgiven," and you saw that little spark behind Penguin's eyes. He was like, "Oh, friendship back, dope." He's like, "But don't double cross my girl again, or you're gonna be messing with me. I'm gonna have to take you down." Yeah, I totally see
thought
him
that was
going
so
back with
cool.
Penguin. It was nice even just to have the three of them back. Like, look at the whole gang's back. You got Butch, Penguin, and Riddler all in
Oh
one
god,
space.
Butch,
that was
Butch back
amazing.
with Penguin is pretty awesome in general.
I
but
love
he's
that.
just-
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
Because
And I
he's
like
pretty
their
much
dynamic
Butch. Like
now.
he's
Yeah.
like he was never actually Solomon Grundy so much as he had like a similar affliction to Solomon Grundy. That like now that he's just Butch with Solomon Grundy's affliction, it's really really fun.
I think it's awesome.
And the makeup gets better every week. He looks way more like stony now. The
Yeah.
little flecks of paint. He looks a lot more like a rock as opposed to like a grayish ghoul now, which is
Yeah.
kind of cool.
I think they've had a bit more they have a bit more leeway with the makeup now that he's also Butch. Like he's also just a guy walking around talking, dealing with people. Just happens to be full of green pus and presumably no organs.
Right.
I didn't write it.
idea.
I'm just saying. It's what it is.
You're like, I don't want to think about that.
So that's the first double cross. of the episode is, I guess it was a double
second,
cross.
yeah.
Yeah, because
He crossed Lee and then crossed Penguin to go back to Lee.
Here's my question. Because I was
is
really
your question?
convinced between the Ed and the Riddler at the beginning when he's looking in the mirror and he's having this battle back and forth, that like he was like, you cannot come back here, Ed. Like, I'm ruling this body. I'm not going to let your emotions take control. When throughout this story does the Riddler decide he's also in love with Lee? Is
Last
this
week.
a cover-up?
But he's been in love with Lee.
last
That's what he
week,
said.
last
I was
week,
like, but at the beginning in the mirror, he's convincing himself that he doesn't. So are you saying he's just lying to himself in this moment?
I think he's just trying to get him confused.
yeah, I think that
Trying
was
to
Mind
confuse
games.
Ed?
Mind games.
He's playing the mind games because that's why he said it. Like, he needed Penguin to like be there and Butch to open the vault and like all of that.
Right, but there's nobody
But
there
there
to
needed to-
convince.
but
Like,
there
he's
need-
talking
no.
to...
But there needed to be true turmoil among Ed and Riddler in order to sell it to Penguin, who's his bestie.
Interesting. Wow, that's a whole head case.
That's a literal head case that your head knows the only way this is going to work is if you literally come to him confused.
so our
Not steadfast, confused.
so our
let's
consensus
get
is
confused.
that Riddler truly is in love with Lee.
Yes.
And he was just trying to cause confusion. Okay, all right, I'll buy it.
He was trying to cause confusion so he can actually work Penguin.
Okay,
Yeah.
I buy that. I do.
I had a thought about that too, because what I initially thought of, like, oh well, this is just a clever writer's misdirect, so that they can misdirect us with that scene. The more I thought on it, I was like, well, no, they need the Penguin. The only way Penguin's gonna buy it is if he's straight up.
I love seeing moments where each of them was in control too.
Yeah.
Which was really nice.
Yeah.
There were moments where you're like, oh, this is definitely Ed talking now. And now we're back to the Riddler. I think this performance is getting so much more nuanced and fun. I kind of hope that there's a crack soon. Where they're like, either where they're more of those like internal fights externally visualized, because it's a lot of fun just to watch him switch back and forth so quickly.
Yeah.
Well, I would love if the confusion, like the game of, well, let's make him confused so he'll do exactly what we want, where it's still very much the Riddler in control. I would very much like, because at a certain point Jekyll and Hyde did this too, where they both got on the same page.
Yeah.
Similar, where it's just like, you know what, I'm Jekyll, he's Hyde. We kind of we both have the same goals now.
Totally.
Like I influence,
That'd be
and
super cool.
it's kind of like a couple too, that like if a couple's together long enough, one influences the other, and the other that they kind of meld together. That if Nigma and Riddler can meld together, at a certain point you'll hit that certain point where they are the
Same person.
like they're the same person with similar ideals because they've both bent for each other.
Right.
So we'll eventually hit that. I don't know if we'll hit that this season because it's been a little new, but that's where we're going with the fully self-actualized Riddler.
Definitely.
Is that Nigma's there? He's just on board. That like, oh, we need to be Nigma now. Oh, now we need to be
That's
Riddler.
so fun.
And that they both have the same intentions.
I love the guy that plays the Riddler. He's literally amazing. I like the way that he just gets into character from the Riddler to Ed. I'm just like, I just sit there and watch with.
It's a pretty flawless performance front
Yeah.
to back.
It really
It's a
is.
flawless performance he's gotten to build over a very long period of time.
It's true.
It's an actor's dream. It's an actor's dream that he was offered very early in this process of just like, nope, you're going to be Ed Nigma on the Gotham show. This will take he'll be able to just build this character over a very long period of time.
Yeah. Corey
That's
Michael
awesome.
Smith is his name, which I'm going to try to commit to memory because I should know these things already. But Corey Michael Smith, and he's been down too. Like if you see his like interviews and stuff, like he really writes for Gotham, which I think is kind of rare.
Yeah.
For actors to genuinely enjoy the shows that they're on, so it's cool. I want him to be able to do more dramatic things. Like I want kind of in Jim Carrey-esque as he starts to really go mad.
Yeah.
That stuff is always great. But we'll see. There's a lot. Technically, there's a lot of time left for him to be doing a lot of different things. So we'll see which direction they decide to take it in.
I'd like to see him on more interview shows.
Yeah.
Like this
Oh,
show.
what? Hi,
I would-
Corey.
I would love to see him on
Put on
this
a show.
show. Maria's show.
Yes.
Maria has a show.
Maria has a show, and it's fun. So if you guys want to have fun, learn, and grow in all areas of your life, for those who do, we have a podcast for you. Conversations with Maria Menounos podcast edition is hosted by our AfterBuzz TV founder and drops every Friday on iTunes. Conversations with Maria Menounos features celebrity and influencer interviews, along with secrets and tips on how to be better in all aspects of life. From health and wellness to career, relationships, finances, and more. Let our Maria be the big sister you've always wanted. Just go to iTunes and subscribe to Conversations with Maria Menounos for free, which is the best part. And then be sure to rate and comment. And when you do, let Maria know it was us, Gotham, who sent you there. Conversations with Maria Menounos, podcast edition. Check it out.
That part's very important to let people know that it was
Yeah,
the
please
Gotham panel.
Comment. Gotham is awesome.
Yeah, just I don't know how many words. I don't know the minimum word requirement for an iTunes review, but if you could just write Gotham in all caps,
Yeah, like
they'll know.
Gotham.
They'll know it was us. So let's get to the main event. We got Barbara. We've got the Gotham City Sirens. Barbara, Selena, Tabitha. Barbara has the demon's head. Can someone
Has or had?
had
At the start of the show, she has it.
Okay, she has it, but she doesn't have it anymore.
She never had full control over it. We don't.
Until she mastered it and then gave it up.
Are
We
we
were mad at Barbara.
So first off, are we?
Disappointed.
Is it just like we're not supposed to know the full extent of the demon's head, right?
It seems like one of those objects that shows allow. They're like, oh, well, if we're vague about it, we can just add a ton of stuff to it later. Even though the demon's head is pretty well described in comic book lore, I don't know if I've ever come across a time-traveling seeing in the future thing. I've heard heightened abilities. I know healing powers. I know it can bring people back from the dead. Seeing the future is new for me, but I didn't hate it.
But like, also, it's a realm of being the master of the universe, though.
True.
So I guess it that's the thing. A lot of people are going to start talking about it. Like, oh, they got into the time travel. So you got to be prepared for it. I honestly think if the demon's head is as powerful as Gotham is proclaiming it to be, then we're not that far off from being able to say like, no, she has a little bit of time travel. She can do a little Zemeckis cube.
I mean, is it time travel or is it foresight?
It's foresight. It's not time travel.
Because it just seems like she sees the possibilities.
She sees what's going to happen.
She sees not what's going to happen, but what could happen. Because remember,
what's going to happen?
No, because Raj said like he's like I can at least see what could happen if you wanted to. Like he's seen Batman, but he says like it all depends on your choices.
Okay.
So he could see what could be, but then that doesn't necessarily mean that it will be.
Okay, those rules seem pretty set, actually.
Sad?
Set. Those
Set,
rules.
yes.
Yeah, I thought you said sad.
Those rules seem pretty set then. That he can get glimpses of possibilities.
Yeah,
Although
of what could be.
But
the
like
scene
that's
read
dumb
like
because then you can never be defeated.
the scene read like time travel though. I'm not alone.
A little bit, yeah. We jump forward, and then maybe like she rewound it because she did not like the outcome of it.
Yeah, like that's what that makes more sense that it's
But what
a vision
happens if
thing.
you? But
No, I think she saw what would have happened if she was like, because she got the powers when she saw that she was stabbed, and then she got the powers again when she was like, oh, I choose the hand, and then she gets killed, and then like it looks like it's rewinded, but it's not because she just got a glimpse of what would
she
happen.
just got a little.
Okay.
So that was kind of the way it showed you like it all like this is what could happen, but that all depends on your choice. So she at the end she doesn't get killed because her choice was to not give it up.
Mm-hmm.
So you could change your mind even though because you've seen what could have happened.
Visually, that's really hard to show.
It is
Yeah.
very hard to show. I feel like what would have helped is if we saw like 3 or 4 other decisions.
Yeah.
I was kind of upset at how quickly she gave it up. She's like, oh, if I say no, she'll die. I'm like, what if you tried throwing something nearby? What if you distracted him with fancy words for a minute?
Yeah.
Like,
What if you said you were gonna give it? Like I thought she was gonna say, "I give it to you," and then
like,
once he let her go, then that's when she fights.
another
and we kill him.
betrayal. That would
Yeah.
have been great.
Yeah.
We didn't have enough.
I just want to
no,
say
We didn't have a good fight.
I want to say I did not like Barbara this episode.
This
and
is so
I
rare.
love Barbara,
She's your
and I
favorite.
was so disappointed in her this week because she was just like not herself.
Yeah.
And I believe she deserved to get the lion's head taken away from her.
Demon's Head?
Oh yeah, there you go, Demon's Head.
Yeah, I don't know. It was very weird watching her this week, especially when it comes to not having a plan. That's a little
Yeah.
frustrating. I feel like Selena was making just a ton of sense.
Too
and
much
she was
sense.
like,
Yeah.
So Death by Raj is not how I'm going out. Y'all do you though. Also, it's Tabitha's return to Barbara's side so quick. Shout out to somebody in the chat was talking about, can we get our lesbian loves back? Silver Watch 30. I am with you. I shouted the same thing at the end of the scene where they're like giving these. She's like, you could have done the same for me, and I'm like, kiss, do it now, lesbians. But I also felt like just last week Tabitha was ordered to be killed by Barbara. Why is Tabby so loyal? What's happening here? Someone break it down for me.
I don't have it.
Chat, I extend the question to you as well.
I don't have a good answer.
She's always been, I think I said this last week, she's always been second in command. She's always had somebody else that she's looked up to that's kind of guided her. Even though she's been a very strong force on her own, we've only seen tidbits of that. And I don't think she's comfortable being on her own. Like, there's a comfort in having this codependent relationship with Barbara. You know, it was similar to the relationship that she had with her brother.
And she also says it, like, she says that when the Sirens are together, they're stronger. And she knows that, so.
I just feel like Butch is right there.
Girl power.
Just go hang out with your bro, your boo. You love him. He loves you.
I mean, she did beat him back.
I don't know. I just feel like if somebody ordered my death, it's going to take a lot longer than a week for me to be like, hey, I believe in you.
It was like a day. It was like less than 24 hours.
Even if I come to their side, like Tabitha did, like, to be ride or die after the conflict is over. Like, I could see someone that close to me ordering my death, and then me coming to their side to help them in an immediate conflict. And then once the immediate conflict is over,
It's done, yeah.
by the way, there may be a time where I forgive you. It's not immediately.
Yeah.
We're talking about that thing you did yesterday, Karla. When you ordered my death yesterday, and then I had to come in and save you. That's what we're talking about. No subtext here.
But did she really order her death, though?
The argument.
did.
The argument is she
didn't order
didn't.
her death. She ordered her to be beat up because she said if she wanted her dead, she would have
done it herself.
already.
Yeah.
I feel like you ordered it, the deed didn't happen, and then you were like, look, if I wanted you dead, I really would have done it. No, you called for her death. You said out loud, go get her. I just feel like, look, Tabitha's a real ride or die, and Barbara better never portray her again, or that's going to be the end for me. Like, Tabby's done so freaking much for you. Rude. Like, she cut off her hand, and then she still accepted you back without hurting you. She's been kind and calm and patient. I just don't like the Tabby slander. It bothers me.
I personally don't really like Barbara. She's like...
Barbara is
rude.
a queen. She just needs to learn how to behave.
No. She was like...
Rude.
Awful girlfriend with Gordon.
Go light some candles to your Riddler Lee thing that's never going to happen.
No, I mean, she's an awful...
I sip my tea.
She's an awful friend. She betrays the people that helped her get something. She's not
But she does it with style.
She does
Look
it
at her.
with
She
style,
kills. Look
but-
at that blonde bob. You could never,
But
like,
if I were Tabitha, like, I would have already quit that friendship or relationship a long time ago because it's every single time she does the same thing to her. Like, literally every time.
I don't know if Tabby has good examples of healthy relationships.
I do love
she
Barbara's,
does.
like, okay, don't get me wrong. I do have to say this. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Okay.
I love
Never
Barbara's,
sorry.
like, really how strong she is, like, as a female and the portrayal that she does. Like, I do love that. But who she is as a person, like, I don't like her.
She's a villain. She's not going to be like a good person. You can't judge, right?
No,
you
this
can't
part.
like if somebody's evil, you can't be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I don't like you for being evil even though you're evil."
But
Like that's
okay.
like me saying, "I don't like you for being a blonde and you're not really a blonde." Like it's not in your
I also don't like Karla for being a blonde.
But, like, I think it's just different. Because I don't know. I don't feel that way about Jerome. And Jerome is evil.
Yes.
And Jerome was trying to kill Bruce.
It's
What's
true.
wrong with me?
And
I don't
Jerome has
know.
betrayed so many people.
His brother, his mother,
He didn't
his
betray.
uncle
No,
deserved
no,
to
no,
die.
no. He didn't betray his brother. He didn't betray his brother.
Look,
Although I
you were
will-
like,
You
hey.
guys, he didn't betray his brother. His brother was taken out of the circus.
Also,
He set his brother up to become a crazy murderer when he was just living his fine, natural life.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's
But
a
he was
betrayal.
already mad
also
on the inside.
to put it in pro wrestling terms, Gotham is definitely a heel territory.
Describe and
A
explain.
heel is a bad guy, and there are territories or federations where the heel always wins, or the face, the baby face, the good guy always wins. Superman or Batman is a face territory, whereas Gotham is definitely a heel territory. It is definitely a territory where the heels win more than the baby faces win.
Okay.
Oh, something I definitely want to debate.
Cross those paths, y'all.
So Star Drew is in the chat saying that Jerome is natural evil. Now, I always thought he was chaotic evil. Thoughts? Do you guys? I don't know if you guys D&D.
Now Jerome is chaotic evil.
Right? Because he doesn't really care. I mean, he doesn't really care what happens or who it happens to.
Yeah, he's chaotic evil. He's definitely evil.
Yeah.
Can you guys please put that into context?
Sorry, the D&D
For Anthony.
the D&D, whatchamacallit, there's neutral. Then you can be chaotic but neutral. You can be lawful but neutral.
This is the state in which you go throughout, your character operates throughout the world. So if you're neutral, you could be good or evil. Doesn't matter. You might do it for lawful reasons. You might do it for reasons of your own nature. And basically it helps describe like how it helps shape how a character is going to move through the world.
And this is Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
Correct.
Because you guys keep saying D&D.
Sorry.
yeah,
Dungeons and
We went
Dragons.
full
Explain
nerds for
everything.
a
I was
second.
thinking this was like
Wow.
a psychology test on BuzzFeed. I'm like,
No, this is a nerd.
We nerded out way hard. I'm so sorry, guys. Yes.
But
me and
there
Carla like,
are-
what's going on?
there are 9 possible categories on the initial D&D Dungeons and Dragons sheet, meaning you can be anywhere from neutral to chaotic evil, neutral evil, or lawful evil, and then all the way down. There are 9 possibilities. And like think of any character in any show you've ever seen. They should all fall into that realm.
One of them.
Also,
Like Jim is chaotic lawful.
Yes.
Like he doesn't really care how he gets the job done so long as it's by the law.
The law, yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
And it's not impossible for a character over a long period of time to grow from one segment to another segment.
Absolutely.
It's if you're going to jump
Like the Riddler.
Yeah, but if you're going to jump a character from a segment that's not attached,
lead.
you really need to do more work. So if you jump somebody from lawful neutral all the way over to chaotic evil, you need to really explain how that happened.
Truly.
Evil
Thanks,
twin
Archie,
is
for that. That was a
usually
good conversation.
Evil twin is the easiest way to do it. That's the evil twin. Sorry.
I really appreciate
is a very
Sarge
easy way
for
to
bringing
do
that up. I was like, wait, what is he? I had to think about it for a moment. That was good. That helped my nerd side. I liked it.
I like that a lot too.
Appreciate it.
I feel like that might be a show here. That should be a show here at AfterBuzz where we just debate.
Let's
you-
pitch it.
Characters and
You pick a
stuff.
TV show and then you just debate this. You debate those 9.
I love it.
You debate those. You pick 9 characters from a TV show and then everyone just fights about where they belong.
There's a follow-up episode where we actually do a D&D with them in their actual position, just run an episode.
Well, now this sounds like a Twitch stream.
Done.
We've jumped platforms that call all the places. We need to talk about the Bruce Selena betrayal and the love and the not love and the Pennyworths and Rosh and all that before we head on into predictions.
And a kind of date in the Batmobile like I asked
What?
for last week. Right at the top. Great start. I really love it. I love seeing them together. I love them dating. I love that they're somewhat becoming like an old couple where she's just like, I just see you and this is not cute. Like, get yourself together, okay? You can't have the knife because you're going to be a douchebag like you were last week. No one wants that. Clean up your act. I'm trying to help you. Even Pennyworth is like, you got to agree with Selena there. I love it. I love the relationship. We're finally getting them in a relationship. For so long it's just been back and forth and flirting and will they, won't they? And now they're pretty solidly in relationship territory. And
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
beautiful.
It's pretty close. He changed
This
his
is a
car setting
relationship
for
we've
her.
wanted for like ever since the show
Ever.
started.
I also
And now they're
really-
getting married in the comic books. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Batman and Catwoman are getting married in the comic books, and I'm just like, I'm seeing the crossover, and I love it. It's just very exciting.
Are the comic books still going on?
Oh,
Comic
sweetie.
books are.
Yes.
Oh boy.
We'll break it down later. DC releases like 12,000 comics a week, and you can't pay for all of it. It's ridiculous.
They
It's a lot to
retconned
keep up with.
Superman
Oh my
yesterday, and
gosh.
people were kind of up in arms. There's a lot going on in DC
That's
this
true.
week.
Oh.
How long do we see this lasting?
Their happy
Forever.
like platform stage. I think the fire, like I said, is going to change a lot of things.
Yeah.
But
Everybody.
it seems like Barbara's really come into her own. She has no problem standing up for herself when it comes to the sirens. She's good at making her own decisions. She stated today.
Selena.
I'm sorry, Selena. Yes. She stated
last
today her. If we're going to put her on the board, she's neutral something. Cause she's neutral. She doesn't really care who wins, so long as like it feels good for her. She's like, look, if we gotta do some bad things for some
Yeah.
bad people, we'll steal guns. That's totally fine. But I'm also don't want anyone to die. I will help with that. So yeah, I feel like this could go on for a while because they're both in pretty good places and they've both come out of the other side of a lot of hurt with a solid understanding of who they are. But the fire could change everything. You never know.
I actually think they're going to stay like that because I feel like that's how their relationship is supposed to be. You know,
I agree.
We know that they're endgame because they're always supposed to be endgame, and yes,
Well,
they are.
Bruce
But-
Wayne's not supposed to. Bruce Wayne is a philandering playboy forever.
Really?
Bruce
Yes.
Wayne dies alone. If you look,
Yeah.
if you really like Bruce Wayne from the get-go of like comic inception, you're very aware that Bruce doesn't have a lot of time to develop and hold a relationship. It's beautiful that he wants one, but it's just never gonna happen.
He is a series of Bond girls.
You're like a priest. A priest marries God. He married Gotham. He's like, I gotta protect my city. Doesn't have a lot of time for like actual relationships. But
they'll
in
always
this
have a
show,
relationship together.
Look, Gotham is a lot about fan service, so it would not surprise me if that is the writer's endgame. And in this iteration where we're never going to see full-blown Batman, I'm okay with that.
Me too. Also, it's really hard to talk about Endgame when you talk about comic book canon, because comic books, much like pro wrestling, are written to exist forever. So, like, when I'm on wrestling panels, I don't talk about Endgame. So I guess I don't know. I don't think we've said that much. Don't Apple F the transcript. We probably say Endgame a lot. But I do, I see them staying together through the fire.
I do too.
Yeah.
I see I see them working together. Like they'll still keep working together.
Yeah, they'll still have
through
a
the season.
relationship, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Will it always be happy? No, because they were like, no.
I did
That's
really
just not
love
even-
Alfred and Tabby.
I ship it.
wow.
I ship it.
I do too.
They were so cute. Look, Tabby deserves like
A rich
something
man to
solid.
take care of her.
Look, one
Who can cook?
Who can clean and cook.
Also, they
And
had
protect her.
great sexual tension throughout their
Yeah.
banter. I was really feeling it. I feel like she could go with an older guy, and it doesn't weird me out. She's the kind of person who could like
Yeah.
date all. Like, I just feel like Tabby is solid, and like Alfred's probably our most solid character in his conviction and his beliefs. I ship that. That's a healthy relationship for you, girl. Go get it.
I like this.
Yes, he needs love in his life. He
You
talks
gotta
about
add this
it,
to
like-
Do You Ship It?
I know.
Does anyone-
I should.
Is anyone afraid that this is like not in anyone's cards? It's like they just did that one scene that one time.
I think
Oh,
it's
no,
going
I'm
to be
pretty
that
sure.
one scene, but
It's
that
gonna
would
be
be
that
like
one
a
scene.
great
I think we're working
fantasy.
ourselves
I
right
just
now.
want the
Let's
writers
see.
to know that, you know, if you felt deep within your heart that there might be a possibility, we're okay with that. I will
Yeah.
Yes.
still love Gotham. If there, in fact, come on, Tabby is Bruce's stepmom. Like, you're not getting away with anything. It's done.
Cool. So I guess some news happened this week.
You guess?
I guess.
Possibly some Gotham
did
news.
happen.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Yeah.
So I think we figured out exactly why it was a rumor for 2-3 weeks about season 5 happening for sure. And that's because Entertainment Weekly wanted it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they got it.
And good for them.
Good for them. They get the news. We
And good for us.
already got the news. Season 5 is happening. I feel like from the writing this time this year versus the writing this time last year, it was a foregone conclusion.
Yes.
That they knew they were going to get a season 5, whereas this time last year it was genuinely unclear. Coins flip chance at best is what most industry insiders told me about this show. Whereas season 4 into season 5, definitely happening.
Yeah.
More stuff going on. They're talking about how they're going to build up Jerome a little more.
It's not, he's not Jerome anymore. Jerome is dead.
Yeah,
Jerome has
Jerome
that. It's
died.
Jeremiah
Jerome is
now.
gone.
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah.
The ported brain of Jerome into Jeremiah. They are building him up to be a different kind of Joker, different kind of Jerome.
That's so exciting.
That's what we see in the preview, for
the
sure.
character gets so much like that way. A lot of characters here get a lot of time to shine. A lot of great people get to keep working. If it's season 5 and it stays on through to season 5, 88, 89 episodes at the end of this run. So that you're guaranteed 100 episodes. So you're guaranteed like straight up like syndication in local markets. Syndication like that good syndication.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that Law and Order syndication.
We're ready for that Netflix. Let's go. Woo woo. And I feel like, I mean, look, a season 5 is well earned. We weren't sure they deserved a season 4. We talked a lot about it. Season 3 was like, it was a lot. There's a lot changing and happening. But this season has been solid, start to finish. Like, we haven't finished it yet, but start to where we are right now.
Yeah.
I feel like the writing's really good. I'm reinvested in a lot of characters I thought I maybe wouldn't care about anymore. It's been thrilling, and they got rid of Ivy. So, you know, really, that's a win for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Season
So
5.
that's the
And
news. Sorry.
Honestly, what I'm happiest about is the fact that the same person, the same actor is going to be playing the Joker. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's what.
And
I'm
exploring
most
new
excited
ways to
about.
play the Joker.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, we have the
dope.
same actor playing the Joker, but 3 different actors that played Ivy.
Exactly. That should
Like,
tell
there
us
are
something.
no rules on Gotham.
Soap opera.
Also, as hopefully a future showrunner, I do like the idea that there was a very clear vision for this show that it's going to be Gotham in not name only, but the city is going to be its own character. The almost nihilism of that city is going to be its own character. It's going to be a massive ensemble cast of a bunch of great people, and we're not really going to be locked down to the canon. Like, those always felt like the tenets of this show. And the vision was always clear from the jump that, aside from the fact that, yes, there is a Bruce Wayne, yes, there is a Jim Gordon, yes, there is an Enigma, yes, there are these people who bear these names, we are going to take the responsibility of the canon. We're going to take the responsibility of the character and that essence, but not the canon. We can take or leave the canon, and I like... In a marketplace where everyone else really feels like they need to stick to their canon, it felt really good. It's always felt good week in, week out for this show to just be like, you know what?
It's Gotham.
This felt like this, from a writing perspective, from an artistic perspective, from a character perspective, these choices feel better. And we're freely in a place to do that. So, good on y'all. 5 seasons, it worked.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Gotham.
What's happening in the chat?
We got some fan shout outs.
What?
Yes. We're gonna crown a fan of the week.
Uh-oh.
There's some music for that. I'm just gonna there it is. This week I'm gonna give it to Star Drew, who consistently is in our chat, shouting out, giving the support, sending us the tweets. So bless you, Star Drew. You're amazing. I'm also gonna have you share it with Silverwatch 30, I just love reading your comments, and you also love lesbians like I love lesbians. So we could be friends. So Star Drew, Silverwatch 30, thanks for joining us, guys. You're our fans of the week.
Woo!
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you so much, guys.
So now that takes us right on
And
in
thank you to everybody on the chat as well.
to the predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right, these are going to be some brief predictions.
I have a prediction.
Go for it.
Because you were like, they're going to be brief. I was like, I have one. I think that Barbara still has some sort of power inside of her.
I hope so. I hope for that,
we'll
and
get
if
to
not,
see it.
and if
Maybe
not,
doing the fire.
if not, the ladies of Assassins, the ladies of Shadows, will follow her forever. And
What
that's cool.
a great freaking moment. Oh my god.
Yes.
I told y'all all I wanted was Lady Assassins, and now here we are with a new leader, breaking down the League of Shadows into 2 parts, essentially. It'll be interesting to see if we can get other people to join the sides. I think the fire is going to be a war between Barbara's folks and Raisha's folks, and that's also really, really exciting. I'm wondering if this fire is going to be like the Great Chicago Fire, shout out to my home city, which really rebooted everything. And that is kind of, we've been seeing people evolve more into their costuming. We've been seeing Gotham become a lot more like the Batman Gotham we know from comics or previous iterations of the TV show. I think the fire might be the thing that launches it. We get the little tease from Raish saying like, look, this is going to turn you into a Knight of Gotham. I feel like maybe not the Knight Raish expects, but our Dark Knight, the Batman. So I'm excited to see what happens post-fire.
Cool. Who do you think started the fire, Zach?
Who do I think started the fire? Oh,
It was
I
a
don't
cow.
know.
We didn't start the fire, though.
Well, wait, isn't there the girl with the fire thingy?
Yeah.
Firefly. Firefly does exist.
Yeah, but I mean, she's the one character with fire. She probably has something to do with the fire.
It was always burning.
Since
Since the world was turning.
I agree with Karla to a degree in terms of her prediction for Barbara Keene. I hope she has powers, but I don't think she actually has powers. But I think there's a new piece of her that's been awakened. Now with her Lady Assassins, we'll still see her command that. I don't think we'll really see much of Jeremiah the rest of the season. I think he's going to be tabled until next season. We'll see a couple of clips of him. And then in terms of the fire, I don't know. I don't really have a strong... I mean, I just found out there's going to be a fire. Let me noodle on it for a minute.
I think we're going to see a little more Jeremiah than we're probably expecting.
We get him a clip in next week.
Yeah, but like I don't.
2 weeks from now.
But I don't think we're
we
gonna
won't
get.
see the Joker.
Yeah, we will.
Like,
Yeah,
I don't think we're gonna see a broken Jeremiah, if you will.
correct. We're
I
going to
don't
see
know,
him
he
still
was-
develop.
We're
We
gonna see
did see him in
scientists
the
that talk.
checkered coat. We did see him falling from a building. All I'm saying is it's very possible. Maybe not full Joker, but we
That was
might.
Jerome.
That
I'm
was
gonna
true.
Yeah, I'm gonna say right now we're gonna see
Is
science.
that just a recap?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a
we're
recap.
gonna see scientist Jeremiah talk to Bruce Wayne, and that's all we're gonna see for the rest
Yeah.
of the season.
Ah.
We've gotten 2 full stints with
Yeah.
Jerome. I
That's
think we're
true.
good on him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Carla, you had a thing at the end with the mask.
Oh my gosh, yes. My thing at the end of the mask, the person, if you guys saw the previews, and if you didn't, I'm so sorry, I'm totally giving it away. But I'm pretty sure that it's Lee who has the gun pulled up to
That feels right.
Gordon, because she was wearing it was the jacket that she was wearing. I paid attention to the
You
costume.
did.
So, yeah.
Which sounds like Lee didn't start the fire. That's
No.
what I'm going to say.
But Lee, this is going to be like the fourth betrayal, and I think
It
Lee's
feels
going
like
to
Lee's
betray
about to get her
Gordon.
bad guy persona, which I'm
Yeah.
really excited about because it sort of looked like a Court of Owls, but it also sort of looked like an old school Harlequin mask. I don't know if we're going to get a combination of both of those, if she's becoming someone entirely new. I'm excited, though.
I'm also excited. If you guys are excited, you should let us know on all the things, including iTunes, Stitcher, this YouTube video.
YouTube.
All the things, upvote, like, rate, subscribe, 5 stars. Let us know how you feel. But individually, you can find us all over the place and let us know how you feel as well.
Yes.
Zach, where can the people find you to do that?
Guys, I'm Zack Peter, and you can follow me at JustPlainZack everywhere.
Hey guys, I'm Joelle Monique. You can follow me all over the internet at Joelle Monique, every week at blackgirlnerds.com, and tonight at 9 p.m. where we're recapping the latest episode of Atlanta.
And hey guys, I'm your host, Karla Beltran. You can follow me on Instagram at IamKarlaBeltran or on Twitter at Karla Beltran with an R at the end.
And I'm Steve Kaufmann. You can find me on Twitter almost exclusively at Steve Kaufmann. That is Kaufmann. I do a lot of shows here at AFTERBUZZ TV. I tweet about them so regularly, including Suits, probably in this very room in like a minute. For Zack Peter, Joelle Monique, Karla Beltran, I've been Steve Kaufmann. Thank you and have a good night.
Ciao.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.